Hi there, it's Hélène with another video, and this is the final video for the Violet Voss Like a Boss palette. And this palette I have used a total of 6 times for 20 shadows. So an average of 3+ shadows per use. You can see that I definitely was able to get through in 6 looks the 20 shadows. And this is what the palette looks like. And I do have a few videos of using this palette on this channel. What I will do is put pictures of the looks that I created, and if there is a corresponding video to that look, I will link it as well. Now, let's talk about the shadows. If I look at the palette, there are 9 mattes, mostly on the periphery of the palette. And as I mentioned in my intro video, which I'll post the intro if you're curious right here, of why I wanted to use this palette to begin with, I was very excited about a lot of the middle shades. And you'll see, I mean, the eye is right away drawn to kind of the middle of the palette. And so what I did when I was doing looks is I wasn't really looking at the neutrals. I was looking at the shadows that had the most color and then deciding which neutrals I would couple with those shadows. So for example, today I knew that I really wanted to use Smart AF. This one, it's a duochrome brown to green, and I'm wearing it right now on my inner to center lid. And so I thought, okay, what does this shadow look like and what mattes would go well with it? And it turned out that I wanted to use Serve and mixed with Inspo to make it dark enough on the outer lid and into the lower lash line. And I think that it turned out quite nice. And for the brow bone, I used a mixture of Hustle and Swag, which Swag is really turning into my favorite for brow bone from this palette. Let's talk about the shadows themselves. I am satisfied with the mattes. I don't think they are fabulous mattes. I don't think they are terrible mattes. They're just fine. What blows it out of the water for me, knocks it out of the park, whatever expression you want to use, are the shimmer / metallic shadows. One most recent experience was in using this quad that I'm just fascinated with, having used Girl Crush and I think Royal? Yeah, Royal down here. They are beautiful, beautiful colors, and I did do a look with them yesterday. And they pair, if you want a gorgeous, rich, punchy look that is still wearable in many places, these two are beautiful. Let me just swatch Royals a little bit more for you. It's so deep and rich. They are beautiful together. And so that look, my husband commented on it. I felt really good all day. It felt classic and professional, but edgy at the same time. I love that kind of look. Another look that I'm particularly pleased with is the extra color that has, I love lime green. So it has a lime green to, what would it be called? To kind of terracotta undertone. And on my skin tone, that looks beautiful. It's not a subdued shimmer. It's an edgy shimmer, but you can wear that anywhere. There's no way that that color would be inappropriate. And you can really get it to the side of edgy if you want to. A few other colors of note. All of the beigey shimmers are extremely wearable. So there's Baddie up here, there's Fierce, and Amazeballs. Amazeballs is fun. It's a fun color. I'll just swatch it for you on this hand. It's just a nice color, right? Just nice, kind of a peachy gold shimmer. Anyway, all of those beigey or brownish, goldish, I don't think there's really pink in here, are extremely wearable for every day. As a matter of fact, if you look at the palette, take away this corner here, and this is quite a neutral palette. It's not that wild, but these colors really help to bring a look out and make it quite either editorial or noticeable in some way, where you can really let your personal style come through with those colors. Now, I just wiped my fingers because I want to talk about Work and Queen, and those are these colors right here. So Work and Queen. In which palette was it? In the Elements palette, there was Firestarter, and that made me really discover how much I love these reddish brown colors. And they look so good in the crease. Let me just build it up a little bit more. Now on the look I did with those, I went a little bit ham. I went a little bit heavy on the red, but I think it's beautiful. That kind of a color on a warm skin tone, I think looks beautiful. I can't say for a cool skin tone because I don't have one, but I definitely would say that for warm skin tones, that kind of color looks great. And I have to say that Queen is a favorite of a number of folks for this palette, and I can fully understand why. Let me just put it right next to Work. It makes me think a little bit of the Queen of Hearts palette in just its intensity and shine. I think it's beautiful, and you can see how Queen and Work paired together would look really nice. The only thing I think I would have done differently for that look that I did with Work and Queen is I probably should have deepened the outer corner a little bit more with, I would have used Inspo, this one right here. A black can be used for at any time to deepen the look, but it still looked good. I won't say that it didn't. But I mean, look at these colors. I mean, they are, hope it's coming through on camera, they are absolutely beautiful. I have room for one more. I think I'll swatch one more. I think I will swatch the Smart AF because that is the one I'm wearing on my eye, and I think that it would be helpful to be able to see it in a swatch. And it looks like I made a spot just for it because it works really well with Queen right next to it. Here we go. And you see it right between the red and the yellow. That is Smart AF, and it's that nice kind of terracotta to green duochrome that is quite common in palettes. Is there anything else I want to talk about? I didn't really talk about adulting and realness. They are both, where is it? Adulting and realness. They are both very nice. I think I'll just swatch them on my other hand. So Amazeballs is in the middle, and realness is on this side, and then the adulting is on this side. And I think I gave these colors short shrift because I just expect colors like this to be beautiful. And so I should not diminish them. It's kind of unfortunate because I have some expectations and I just expect shadows to work a certain way. And it's the ones that I don't know about that I'm delighted if they end up working really well. So yeah, I should not dismiss these colors. They are beautiful. I enjoy them on the inner or the outer lid, depending on what it is that I'm doing with a look, or even that kind of a shine on the center lid if you're wearing a dark enough contrasting color. I think they do look really nice. Let me just finish this up by saying I give the shimmers and shimmery duochromes an A+. I really think that that is what Violet Voss, at least in this palette, it's my first one, did particularly well. The mattes, I give a medium grade to. They're fine, they're good, they're not the best I've ever used, but they also don't stink. They work just fine, and they support the gems, the beautiful colors in this palette very well. There is no dud in this palette. I liked them all, with of course the preference for the punchy, more vivid colors, but that's just my preference. It doesn't mean that might be your preference. And at the end of the day, I look at a palette that I have used, and like I said, I've used all of the shadows in here. And if you want to see how I use the shadows in today's look, it will be in the description box below. My big acid test for a palette is, do I want more from this brand? My answer is yes. I am very interested in a palette. It's mostly purples, and I think that that would be a great complement to this palette, given the reds, the greens, and the kind of brownish colors, along with purple, would look really, really nice. That's really where I'm at. Now, this palette, Like a Boss, offers a lot of variety, and I'm very happy with it. I don't think that I would get an all neutrals palette from Violet Voss. Those don't excite me, like the Holy Grail. I'm not drawn to all that much, but the palette that's quite purple, I'll put a picture of it here. I don't remember the name. That one comes to mind on a regular basis. So I like the brand because of the quality of the shadows. I'm very happy with them. I think they do a good job. I was looking forward to using the palette throughout this brand new focus, this mini brand new focus on one palette. And I'm happy that I got into this palette sooner than later. So I hope you found this how was it conclusion useful. I would love to hear your comments in the comment section below. Please let me know, do you like Violet Voss shadows? Have you tried them? Have you not tried them? Is it on your wish list? If so, which one? Or do you feel that there are shadows that perform better than the Violet Voss shadows? I would love for some recommendations as well on where I should sniff next when my no-buy is over at the end of the year. That's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.